Hello everyone and welcome to a new video from Your Overwatch. I'm Eddie the Chump and today we're going to cover some Overwatch World Cup and League Finals news, as quite a lot has happened in the last few days. The first story that we're going to cover is the community lead voting controversy surrounding the Danish team and the very popular, if a little controversial, streamer Dafran. Now I'm sure many of you know who Dafran is. He's a very skilled player and ex-pro who now maintains a full-time streaming career. In the past he has made headlines for his behaviour in ranked matches. He was actually banned for Season 0 of the Overwatch League because he was shown actively throwing on stream. Despite this, he has a large audience who really like him, even if some parts of the community have labelled him toxic. Now because of his popularity, many saw his selection as the community lead for the Danish team at the World Cup as a foregone conclusion. Blizzard created a short list of candidates and it was up to the community to vote for who they wanted. As no restrictions were put in place for this vote, unlike the coaching roles, it was largely expected that Dafran would easily win. But as if by some miracle, Dafran didn't win. A relatively unknown community member called Experiana did. This result has created some fairly strong community controversy and outcry, as you can imagine. So what actually happened? Well, this is where the water gets a bit murky. Blizzard reserved the right to remove a potential candidate for any reason. It's part of their World Cup rulebook. And Experiana, for her part, did lobby official Twitter accounts with some of Dafran's more questionable behaviour, including a clip where Dafran said he wanted the role for the memes. Dafran was also observed trying to take advantage of an in-game exploit on stream for faster respawns in the actual week of voting. He was warned that it could result in an in-game ban, and in the same stream the account that he was playing on was suspended for 5 days. A lot of people have proposed that's what made Blizzard decide to remove his candidacy, but we don't know for sure because Blizzard didn't release a statement on the matter. Now, as much as Dafran has to accept responsibility for his actions, especially in the small time frame when voting was actually happening, it does raise an interesting question, one which Dafran himself expressed. If Blizzard were going to use their power to remove his candidacy, why bother having him in contention to begin with? What has effectively happened is that the most likely candidate to win was removed from the competition, and the award was given to whoever was in second place, which was Experiana. Now, in trying to be as impartial as possible, Blizzard are well within their rights to do this, but removing Dafran without comment or justification denied the voters a real choice to pick another candidate. Experiana might have won anyway, but what happens to all the votes of the people who did vote for Dafran? Well, they appear to have just vanished into the ether, the result being that nobody can actually claim to have won the popular vote. And the result of that is that some people feel that Blizzard effectively chose who they wanted and made it happen. That leaves a bit of a sour taste in the mouth because it's not really who the majority of the community would have wanted, it's whoever Blizzard is okay with you wanting. If that's the truth, then why bother running a vote at all? Why not just have Blizzard handpick who they want in the first place? To offer just a personal opinion for a moment, Blizzard can run their business however they like, they did build it, but sometimes it does feel that in order to try and bring Overwatch to the masses, as in the much larger audiences of the mainstream beyond gamer culture alone, they're sacrificing the actual popularity of some rough around the edges community members for an idealised popularity the game doesn't fully have yet. One can think of people like XQC and Dafran as popular personalities too off-brand to really be embraced. Many have speculated that this is in an effort to try and make sure big name sponsors are not scared away by some of the edgier parts of gamer culture, and to be fair, Blizzard have done a good job of attracting mainstream investment into their esports product. But there's a tiny part of me that worries when stories like this Dafran voting controversy surface. A successful game or esport is built on fandom, and fandom isn't always pretty. Gamers are widely diverse, and within that group are subgroups of people. Some of those people prefer their humour darker or their memes extra spicy, and when a company ignores them, or in some cases goes directly against them, their investment in a game can wane because they're being told through actions that they're not really welcome. If it were a simple case of just a few fans, that'd be one thing, but the popularity of people like Dafran suggests that it's not. Now, I'm not saying that some of these famous community members haven't deserved criticism or punishment in certain cases, they have for sure, but to go against a sizable chunk of your base in the pursuit of another base you don't have yet concerns me. You guys will have to weigh in on this in the comment section below. Do you think Blizzard is right to take this kind of action, or do you think such actions deprive us of some elements of hype and excitement? Our second story today is some really good news. It seems that Overwatch League finals on July the 27th and 28th will be played in front of a packed crowd in New York, as it's been announced that Blizzard have sold over 20,000 tickets for the two-day event. These sales numbers make the League finals the largest ever esports event held at the Barclays Center, which is fantastic news for everyone who's a fan of Overwatch esports. When Blizzard very kindly flew us out to the inaugural weekend, it was a real treat to actually be in the crowd, and the matches did take up a whole new dimension, as did the World Cup matches at BlizzCon last year. I'm very jealous of anybody who's actually going to New York, and I'm sure the product will be of the absolute highest quality. The production teams have nearly a whole season under their belt, and it's really starting to show. And that's about it for today, guys. Be sure to let us know what your feelings are on the Dafran World Cup situation in the comments, and if you're one of the lucky ones going to New York for the finals, let us know too, if only so we can jealously imagine ourselves there. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a rating. If you never want to miss another video of ours again, please click the bell icon next to the subscribe button on our channel to join the notification squad. You'll be in great company. And finally, please follow the Your Overwatch Twitter, where you can find updates about new videos and other cool stuff. I've been Eddie the Chump, and until next time.